Are you in a genuine twin flame relationship, or is this a trauma bond? This is the most important question anybody should ask who embarks on a journey of twin flame exploration. I'm going to give you 11 signs for you to determine whether you are in a true twin flame relationship or if it is a trauma bond with a karmic connection. Hello, my name is Elena. I'm a feminine energy coach, and in this channel you learn everything around spirituality, awakening, love and relationship, self-healing, self-discovery, and so much more. And this is the series that I'm creating on twin flame relationship. I already posted my first video explaining who the twin flames are, and in this video I want to deep dive into explaining to you what are the signs, how can you know for sure whether you are in a twin flame relationship or not. And I'm also below this video have a free quiz that you can download and take to determine whether you are in a soulmate, karmic, or twin flame relationship. And I have a free masterclass for you that explains all the things around twin flames, all the journeys, the signs, all of it. So I invite you to download this masterclass to explore more about twin flames. So who are the twin flames? There are two halves of the same soul. They share the same vibration, same frequency, same color, same sound of their soul, but they are in two different bodies on the planet Earth. And I just want to say, I believe there are not as many twin flames as people think. And I believe there are more karmic relationship, catalyst relationship that we inquire on a journey that take us through our spiritual awakening, that take us on a journey of self-discovery. But twin flames do exist, and here are the signs that I want to give you, 11 signs. So number one, when you meet this person, you have an instant recognition. You feel like you know them on some level. You know this person. You look into their eyes and you recognize this person. You recognize their essence. There is this feeling of coming home. There's this feeling of oneness, of unity. There's this feeling of, oh my God, I know you from somewhere. You remind me of something, of someone. I just know you in a way that you can't really explain. And on a physical level, twin flames very often come from a very different background. They may not even be your type. You may have a big age difference. You may be living on different sides of the world. They're very much on a physical plane. Could be not like a perfect match, but they are a perfect match energetically on a soul level. So you have this instant recognition of the soul essence. Number two, you become magnetic to each other. There's a physical attraction, there's a physical chemistry, but there's also emotional understanding of each other, emotional intimacy, and of course there's a spiritual connection. This is not just a romantic kind of relationship. When you meet someone, you're dating, you get married, you have kids. Twin flames usually do not have this type of relationship. They're not traditional relationship on the planet Earth. This is really not a relationship. It's more of a connection on a spiritual level. Very deep spiritual level connection. And the number three sign is that when you meet your twin flame, you go through spiritual awakening. And sometimes both of you are asleep when you meet each other, but very often one of the twins already is awakened, and usually it's a feminine, usually a woman, a divine feminine, and the divine feminine, divine masculine. They could be not necessarily gender specific, but for the most part, the divine feminine energy resides within a woman, and she's probably an awakened one. That's why there is this term of spiritual twin, which is the feminine, and the matrix twin, which is the masculine. So for the most part, if the feminine been awakened already, when the masculine meets this woman, he goes through spiritual awakening. He wakes up from the dream, from the amnesia, and understands that, yeah, he's so much more than this physical body. When they meet each other, basically, they go through spiritual awakening. And I believe they go both for spiritual awakening. And twin flames can go through various meeting of each other and separation, and maybe they both do not go through initial awakening when they meet, but I believe eventually, if they're real twin flames, they both go through spiritual awakening and healing. This is my understanding of twin flames. I believe they both awaken. Number four, when they meet each other, they go through accelerated personal growth and development. They become the best version of themselves. Something happened within them that they start being so magnetic. They start having so many opportunities come their way. They just become, they just start radiating this beautiful energy. They sometimes lose weight. They become very fit. They lose and give up on many addictions. They just become the best versions of themselves because they really want to, they feel elevated. Something happens with them on a cellular level that they become these very attractive, very magnetic people to each other and to outside world. When the twin flames are together, they radiate the beautiful energy. They actually change the fabric of reality. That's why I believe twin flames are these special agents of God, of the universe, that are sent to planet Earth right now to change this reality. And this is actually the mission, to change the reality, to download this new blueprint of unconditional love, highest vibration. And when they meet, this is what happens. This is just explosion of beautiful energy that happens between them, and they radiate it to everybody else. And of course, people would not know that, right? If you're twin flame going through this, meeting of your twin flame, you go through a journey of ascension, of separation, of awakening, all of this, right? Nobody's gonna need to know, and nobody probably would ever know. Nobody's gonna give you a medal. Nobody's gonna clap for you that you're doing this mission on the planet. Nobody's gonna do jumping jacks for you. Like, don't expect any of that, right? You're doing it for you. You sign up to be on this journey, to go through spiritual awakening and go through this accelerated personal growth. Number 5, the presence of observer. There's somebody watching them. There's somebody orchestrating the reality for them. It feels like they are in the right place at the right time. So many synchronicities happening. Their soul is orchestrating this whole connection with them, right? They have so many meaningful coincidences. They listen to the same songs. They see the same signs. They have the same dreams. The telepathy between them. They become so obsessed with each other. They have such magnetism, such connection, and it feels like that there's somebody orchestrating this for them. It feels like they have this director of the movie. They have this the oversoul, right? That the oversoul is creating this reality, and they are agreed at the soul level that they will experience that. So of course the soul is the one that split itself to experience this journey in the most profound way. And they go through this beautiful bubble phase at the beginning, when they go through spiritual awakening, when they want to scream on every corner that they're so alive, they're so in love, they're so awake. They go through this acceleration of the whole being, expansion, the kundalini rising, the heart blasting open, the chakras get aligned. Just beautiful, beautiful experience that they go through when they meet each other. And this is one of the signs that both of them experience that. The next sign is the mirroring, and that's where the trouble starts to happen. They start mirroring each other, not only the gifts, the talents, the abilities, all the great stuff. They start to mirror each other, the fears, the insecurities, the traumas, all the things that have not addressed during their life. They start to mirror each other, the inner child, all the things that they've experienced, all the traumas, the abandonment moods, the fears, all of it. They start mirroring each other, and becomes very, very painful, because, it's for a reason. Twin flames come together to heal each other, but at a human level, it feels like you are very triggered by this person. And what happens, which brings me to sign number 7, is that they go through separation. Every twin flame relationship goes through separation. Maybe once, maybe more times, maybe they separate for a few months, maybe they separate for a few years, maybe they separate for a few decades. They go through separation. Why? Because they meant to go through a different life experiences. They meant to meet other karmic relationships. They meant to meet other soulmates, right? Because at the soul level, they're already together. Why would they sign up to come to this journey to be together right away? They go through this journey to experience the separation, to go through their own maturity, to go through their own healing, ascension, self-love, all of that separately, and then hopefully come together. But it's a big sign if you're going through separation. All twin flames do, because again, they need to learn the lessons on their own. They kind of like, they sign up for this. They said, okay, well, you're going to go through these lessons, I'm going to go through these lessons, then we come together, then we separate. It's an agreement at a soul level. But it's so painful at a human level to separate from your twin flame. You go through dark night of the soul. This is what starts. The dark night of the soul, it's a cathartic experience. When you separate from your twin flame, you feel like you lost part of yourself. And this is the next sign. You start going through this push and pull dynamic, the chaser and the runner. This is a very common term in a twin flame relationship, when someone starts running because they just can't face themselves, right? They're running from themselves. They're not just running from the twin. They're running from themselves. They can't face everything that the twin flame illuminating. And usually the feminine, who is more mature, who's more spiritual, who's done more work, she's illuminating all the shadows of the masculine twin, and he keeps running. He wants to forget about her. Sometimes the blocking on social media happens. All the arguments, they just disappear. They run away not just from her, but from themselves. And the feminine, she starts chasing because she wants to understand what's happening, what's going on. Am I still being loved? Has it been true? Is it all, like, they start questioning this whole dynamic. And usually the masculine starts running because the feminine starts chasing. The feminine is more awake, she's more healed, she understands more of the spiritual journey, and she illuminates different shadows to her masculine twin. And the masculine twin, because he's so embedded in the matrix, he can face it. He can face all the things that have been illuminated. All his limitations, all his fears, all his insecurities. He feels like he's unworthy of that love, and he runs. He runs, he gets himself in addictions, other relationships. He just wants to forget about this twin. And of course, the feminine twin, nothing can hurt her deeper than when her masculine leaves her, abandons her, doesn't accept of this divinity between them, and he runs away. But this is an opportunity for both of them to go through their self-love journeys. The ultimate goal of the twin flames is to go through this journey. And this push and pull dynamic, this chase and runner, sometimes it's not real physically that they run and chase from each other, because it could happen that the masculine runs, blocking on social media, refusing the phone calls, like all of the things, right? But sometimes this run and chase really happens for both of them. They could be both running, actually, and they could be both chasing, because they're mirrors of each other, right? And this dynamic is really a state of mind. The chase and the runner is a state of mind, not physically running and chasing. But what happens with fake twin flames, not a real twin flames, who are actually trauma bonding, and it may look like for some people that it's a twin flame relationship, but in fact it's a trauma bonding kind of relationship, is that when one of them, the masculine, right, hurts the feminine and hurts her in a way that is very narcissistic, abusive in a way, ignores her, hurts her. After this beautiful love bubble, they disappear after a few weeks, let's say. And this feminine starts looking at all these YouTube videos and thinks, oh my God, I'm in a twin flame relationship. And usually what happens is that a lot of feminine empath women that very empathetic attract very masculine narcissistic men. And because twin flames also have this dynamic between them that feels like the same as a trauma bond, a lot of people are confusing it for twin flame relationship, because that's why it feels like this whole twin flame spiritual community that exists right now is that so many people think that they're in a twin flame relationship because this one face feels the same between the two. Why? Because ultimately the reason why twin flames, who are very advanced souls who decided to come to this planet to bring in this new paradigm, this new blueprint of unconditional love to the planet, they go into the lineages of families where they can take on that same exact traumas. You know what I mean? The twin flames have to go through this human experience that is very similar for majority of humanity, when females, when divine feminine are feeling abandoned by the masculine. This is dynamic exists in all relationships pretty much. You don't have to be twin flame to experience it. A lot of people experience it, and a lot of people, that's why confusing it for twin flame. But twin flame are very different. Twin flame can come into the union within themselves. They don't need that other person. But in a trauma bond dynamic, there is a codependency. That's a huge flag. That's a huge difference between the two. When an empath needs a narcissist and a narcissist needs an empath, they're trauma bonding with each other. So if you are meeting someone who feels like a twin flame, but you don't go through a journey of ascension, you don't go through spiritual awakening, you don't become your best version, you don't go through healing, you get stuck, this is a sign that you are in not a real twin flame relationship. Because if you are in a real twin flame relationship, your twin flame will trigger you to go into your own self-healing, into your own self-discovery, to raise your vibration, to meet your true self. They will trigger that. And when the feminine starts healing herself, she actually also heals her twin flame. So if you're doing all this work and nothing changes in your twin flame and who you think your twin flame is, if nothing changes within him, he's not your true twin flame. And this is a good thing. It's a great thing. So I feel like twin flame journey is universal. Why? Because we're all longing and seeking for the one. And if you're right now mistaking this one person for your twin flame, either it's your twin flame, real or fake, the feminine has to go through her healing. And once you heal, you'll know if you had a real twin flame or not. Because if there's a real twin flame, he will come back. And if it's not, he won't. So that's a sign. But you don't do that. You don't do that on a condition that you're doing it for him. You're doing it for you. This is the most important thing. You're not doing it so one day you come in a union with your twin flame. You need to come into union with yourself. That's the goal of every relationship on the planet, to come in a union between your masculine and feminine, to come in a union between your human and the divine, to come in a union between your light and your dark, between your shadows and between your divinity. This is the work within ourselves. And whether you came into contact with a twin flame, or whether you come into contact with a catalyst, karmic relationship that triggered you into awakening, we have to thank these people. This is the most important connection for you in this lifetime. Those who awaken you, the most important connection. And it's not always twin flames who awaken you. That's the point. Not always twin flames, but it's a sign that could be a twin flame, but it could also be a sign that it's a trauma bond. And you'll know, only you will know. Only you will know if you have a true twin flame. Yes, you can go to psychics. Yes, you can listen to a million different YouTube videos with the tarot card reading. You're really draining your energy to all of this. You're really draining your energy watching all these tarot card readers, because you're outsourcing your intuition, your inner knowing for someone else to tell you whether this is your real twin flame or not. I really suggest for you to go into your own self-healing, meditate on it. You may get dreams that will tell you whether this person is your real twin flame or not. I also recommend doing hypnosis, past life regression with a professional person. We can put you under hypnosis that you can go into the journey to discover it. Actually, Dolores Cannon, she has books on it. She interviewed thousands and thousands of people and recorded them when she put them into hypnosis when they went into the state between the lifetimes, to different lifetimes. And this is where she has a lot of work. She has a lot of information around twin flames if you want to dive deep into the work of Dolores Cannon. But through hypnosis, you can identify whether this twin flame is real or not, right? But I encourage you, I invite you to really dig deep into it and not waste your precious years thinking that it's your twin flame and you need to love them unconditionally and wait for them for years and years to come, putting your life on pause. Live your life. If he's your real twin flame, what he would want for you is for you to thrive, is for you to live the best life you possibly can, because twin flames love themselves unconditionally so much. They love each other more than they love themselves. And actually the journey, the trigger for them is start loving themselves, start having this union within themselves. And this is the most important goal. So this was my point number 9, is that you have to go in a union within yourself, not to have a codependency on your twin flame. You're going through your own reconciliation on your feminine and masculine, your human and your divine. This is the journey within you, and this is the sign that you met your real twin flame when you embark on this journey and actually come out of it as a goddess, right? You have to really embody this energy of a goddess, and your masculine would need to embody this energy of a king, of someone who can support you and hold protective space for you. This is his role, and for you to blossom in your own divinity, in your own divine feminine energy. And if you need help on healing your divine feminine energy, because everybody's on YouTube talking about healing, but what does it really mean? How do you actually do it? I'm having a course that gets you through every step of the way. I have 13 lessons, because 13 is the number of divine feminine. So I have 13 lessons for you to go through to really heal your divine feminine energy, to really understand that self-love, to really embody that self-love, magnetism, confidence, all of it, right? Because once you're going to become your best version of you, the divine feminine, your masculine will heal as well. He will heal and he will come back if you're meant to be together. But you don't do it for him. You don't do it for that union. You do it for you. And your mission actually is that. Your mission is to go on your own self-healing and self-discovery journey. So that's my next step, which is the sign of having the twin flame connection. The next one, the number 10, is that you can't cut cut with your twin flame. You can try to cut energetic ties, but you won't be able to. You can do it on the lower chakras, but you can't cut it from the heart. You cannot cut it from the third eye. You are connected on all the upper chakras with your twin flame. So if you are trying different cord cutting techniques, womb healing, all of that, which is great, and you should. So the signs would be, if you are no longer feeling this obsession about this person that you think your twin flame, after you've done all the energetic cord cutting, if you are feeling much better, And if you like start forgetting about him, he was never your real twin flame, which is a great thing, which means you are healing from this trauma bond, you're healing, and you're gonna meet your soulmate, and you're gonna meet your twin flame. And maybe you didn't reincarnate with your twin flame on this planet at this time, because again, I said, it's very rare that the real twin flame exists. Really rare, but the story is universal. That's why we're all so obsessed about it. Maybe you have your twin flame on another side, and he's your spirit guide, and he's gonna help you to go through this journey, and you're gonna meet your beautiful soulmate and have the most harmonious relationship. Because soulmates is the most ideal relationship on the planet right now. But if you did meet your twin flame, you sign number 11, the final sign and the most important sign. You love them unconditionally. No matter what, you love them, and they love you. They will always love you. You will always be connected. You are connected. You are one on the 5th dimension and up. You are one. You're just living through illusion of separation on this planet, because what? You are a spiritual ninja, a James Bond on multi-dimensional level who came to this planet to change the fabric of this reality, to show humans, to wake them up and show them what real love is. So I hope you like this video. If you need my help in healing your divine feminine energy, I'm here for you. Take a course with me. If you want to dive deeper into understanding what the twin flames are, I have a free masterclass, and I also have a free quiz that you can take to determine whether you are in twin flame, soulmate, karmic relationship. But I want you to understand and know and feel that no matter what relationship you're in, all of them are designed and destined for you to have the most important relationship in your life, which is with you. I hope you like this video. Please hit subscribe, comment below if you have met your twin flame, or this video helped you realize you're really not in a twin flame relationship. And I wish you to meet yourself at a deepest level and have the self-love journey that you deserve to have. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.